Hey YouTube, how's it going? Um, just kind of sitting around the house today and realized I haven't really done one of these kinds of videos yet, so I figured what the hell, I'd give it a shot. Basically this video is just going to show everything I have, what I use in my home to catch all the evidence that I have so far that you've seen on my videos, and without further ado, we will get started. Now with this guy, this is probably one of my favorite ones. This is the Mel with the REM and the ATD, ambient temperature deviation detection. I have a video on YouTube of this where I have direct communication using that feature. It would set it off for yes, and it would leave it alone for no. This also has the REM feature that emits a emits the EMF, and you know, they come close to it and the LEDs on the top will light up. This is probably, like I said, one of my favorite pieces, though I have not had the REM go off yet, just the ATDD part. Moving on, I have a basic millimeter, and the reason why I have a basic one is basically to back up the other one, because the other one has a lot more stuff in it, like circuitry, and then this one is just milligauss and temperature. So if I catch something on the other one, I use this to back it up and make sure that, you know, the unit is not malfunctioning. And then I also use this next to my EM pump just to show that the EM pump is actually on and running, because I put tape over the light. You'll see that in a minute. Put that back, and then here we have standard K2 meter. It's got the on off, obviously the lights that go off. Don't need the penny for this one. I've done a review on this, it's on my channel. I like this one for communication as well, because if you ask a question and I say yes, they usually light up the lights, meaning yes. And then depending on how you tell them to do it or ask them to do it, you can ask them to do it certain ways for no. So I don't use this to actually quote unquote detect ghosts. I use this to just communicate with them, communicate with whatever spirits are in my house. This is pretty nice. This was like 50 bucks. I got most of my equipment I got on ghoststop.com, just because I don't really care about the extra money. It's just easier for me to order off of them. Except for the millimeter with the REM and the ATDD, that one was $230. The basic millimeter was $93. Like I said, the K2 was like 50 bucks. And then I also have a laser thermometer. You probably won't be able to see it once it turns on, but yeah, it's saying it's 24 degrees. It must be in Celsius, yeah. Fahrenheit, 76 degrees. So this was, I actually got this on the Black Friday sale at Harbor Freight, and it was only $18. I haven't had a chance to use it, but hopefully my upcoming investigation I will be able to. Next up, you can see the slots are empty. That's because it's my Ovilus and my digital text display. It just said hi. For the Ovilus, I always have this running because I believe the longer I have it running, the more they can practice with it, the more accurate it can be. So far it hasn't been proven to be true, but it's still entertaining to me to have on and see what it says and whatnot. So yeah, that's what those two slots are for in my case, for the Ovilus and for the deviation, digital text display. Too many damn acronyms. Just said catch. The Ovilus goes for $220. Doesn't matter where you look. It goes for at least $220. If you go on eBay, you're probably going to spend like $300-400 because people mark it up worse than the ghost hunting stores online. The digital text display was $120. I ordered everything all together, so about $340 for that, and it said they. So, and then next up, my digital camera. I've had this thing for like 4 or 5 years now, and it still works even though the batteries are dead. Let's see, I don't even know if it'll even turn on. Yeah. Oh, it actually turned on. But yeah, digital camera. It's I've caught in some orbs and some dust that looked like orbs using this. You can go to Walmart and pick up a digital. You don't need a fancy one, just a regular digital camera. I like the LCD display, so there's that. This slot right here is for my camera, the one that I'm currently recording on. I have a review of that on my channel. The next piece of equipment I have is my PSP7 Spirit Box. I have modded it out. I cannot speak today, but you get the idea. I took the antenna out, which to me it increased my responses. You can see where the antenna used to be. I put tape over it just to keep the dust out. But so I have that piece of equipment. I like this the best, probably. Like, it's this Nobulus I use the most. And then here I have my speaker for my Spirit Box. Basically this just turns out, and where is it? Get the little power light saying it's on, and then now it's off. No volume controls on it. You control the volume using the device that it's plugged into. But I like it. It's nice and loud, and it doesn't carry a lot of bass, which makes it easier to hear the responses. So next up, we have my EM pump. This is my newest, well, not my newest, but fairly new. I've only had it for a week. It's increased my evidence substantially using this. I put tape over the LED because it's extremely bright, but I put a hole in it so you can still see it. And it takes 2 AAAs. Last night I had it on all freaking night, and it's still, I mean, I tested it this morning and it's still putting out 13,000 EMF. So this is a cool little pump. I've been seeing a lot of videos lately about making your own, which I might try one of these days. But so far I'm happy with just buying it. You know, I'm not too tech savvy. So there's that. Over here, this slot is for my digital recorder. I really like this one. This is my newest one. It's Sony, and it's got the omnidirectional microphones that I can move like so. It's normally goes for like $154, $155. But when I went to Best Buy, there was one that was, they resell opened items, and this one was open, and it didn't even have the original box. They put it in a plastic box with the little sensor on it. So they marked it down to $100, so I got basically $55 off this digital recorder, and it works perfectly. I've already captured some EVPs. It's got the volume controls, it's got the on-off, the hold switch. It's got, this stand came with it. It comes off, as a matter of fact. There. Stand comes off. USB, micro SD goes right here. I have a 4 in there, which is plenty big enough. And then you also have, wow, this camera cannot focus. Anyway, the DPC function, it allows me to change the speed of playback and the pitch of playback, so I can make it sound higher or lower, or slow, make it play faster or slower. It's also got noise cut, which I never have on because, you know, as we all know, spirits speak within white noise. But This thing is cool. I like it. It has automatic recording. They call it voice on recording, and I set it next to my REM pod at night, and every night that I've done that, my REM pod has gone off when I'm asleep. So pretty interesting stuff. But that's where that's my digital recorder. I do have a GoPro. I'll use it as a static camera in the daytime when I go somewhere. It's got a 4 gig memory card in there right now. I have a 32, but that's being used for something else, and you'll see that in a second. But I do have a GoPro. I have my extra battery AAAs, because pretty much everything takes AAAs in my equipment bag. I have 2 flashlights in case someone goes with me. Yes, they both work. And no, they're not the fake trigger, whatever. I saw that video from Scream Freak 79 or 72 or whatever it is. I will not do that because I want to prove that things are real and things are there, not play games and just try and get people to view. This thing, I'm not even going to say where I got it or what it is. I mean, other than the fact that it's a video camera. I will never use this thing. The picture quality is so horrible and the sound is... It's a $50 camera. Need I say more? So, yeah. Moving on. I got my screwdrivers. And then my screwdrivers with this red one has various bits inside, so that's why I keep that in there. And then my video bracket. This is what I use when I have my infrared light on it. I like this because it's a lot easier to keep it stable. The camera anyway. So I have that. What else? I got more extra batteries. I have C-cell batteries. And I'll show you that in a minute. I just got something today that takes C-cell. So, but anyway, this is my infrared light. As you can see, it works. I put a new battery in it last night because new batteries make the light work better. It takes one 9-volt. I got this on eBay for $40, and it does more than I need. Although when I get a new camera, I'm gonna get a floodlight. But this little light is really cool. I enjoy it. It's like a perfect circle when it shines. Like if you shine it on the floor, it makes a perfect circle, which is weird because of the design of the LEDs where they're at. So there's that. I have electrical tape. You know, you never know if you want to mark something. Mainly I have it for its purpose, electrical tape, wiring, whatever. Wrap up some wiring that you may have so you don't have an accidental short. But show you the batteries. And then here, my last piece of equipment. This is my REM pod. I use this. This is what I have every night that goes off on, and I have a video on my channel where it does go off, but basically underneath there's a switch. That white thing is the switch. You just push it in, takes one 9-volt, and now it's on. This one is 3 times. This is a newer model, and it's 3 times more sensitive than the last model, I guess, and 3 times more sensitive than the Mel meter with the REM feature. So turning this off, telescopic antenna obviously. That's pretty much everything I have. I do have a terabyte hard drive for when I get a DVR. And I know DVRs have hard drives that are built into it. And this is just like an expansion, if you will. So I have that. I got a USB cable for field review, like in the middle of an investigation, you know, hook everything up to a computer. And do a live review, you know, before you move on, make sure you didn't miss anything. And yes, I do have one of these lights, but there's no batteries and I will probably never use it. So that's pretty much all my stuff. The next item on my list is a tri-field natural meter, and also a new camera, and like an actual video camera, not just a pocket cam. So any questions, please feel free to ask in the comments. I will answer any questions you may have, and keep on the lookout for more videos. And until next time, cheers.